World Teachers' Day, observed annually on October the 5th, is far more than a ceremonial nod to the profession. It is a global moment of recognition for the immeasurable role teachers play in shaping minds, building societies, and forging the future. It is a day to honor the dedication that extends beyond classroom walls and the profound impact that echoes across generations. Today, we shine a spotlight on two educators who have dedicated their lives to this noble profession. I'm joined now by Sthokozile Zungu from Hillcrest in KZN and Ntombi Mashiloane from Pretoria. A very good evening to you, ladies. And before we even start this conversation, I'd like to wish you a happy World Teachers' Day in advance for Sunday. You're both primary school teachers. I think, let me start with you, Ntombi, to tell me why the love of teaching, and specifically when it comes to primary school.
Hello, how are you, everyone? Personally, I've always had a love for teaching from a really young age. So when it came to studying on what to do, teaching was the get-to-go. I love the goal. I like the progression of seeing the progression of young kids. There's a big progression from January all the way to term 3 at this moment. And that's a beautiful thing to see.
Talking about a beautiful thing to see, Ntombi, just tell me about the highlight of your day as a teacher. What do you most look forward to?
Honestly, I think it sounds cliche, but it would really be seeing the kids. It's really nice to see them every morning. There are days where I was sick and they would always constantly badger me, "Teacher, where were you? Where were you?" So it's really nice to see the kids every single morning with a smile on their face.
Oh, yeah, that sounds adorable indeed. Sthokozile, for you, what drew you to this profession? And also, what's the most memorable thing? What do you enjoy most about being a teacher?
I was actually inspired by my dad and my aunt. My dad is a retired school principal and he served for 40 years, over 40 years. So at the beginning, I wanted to pursue my passion for helping children. I really love working with them. I love seeing them reaching their full potential. And not to mention that they excite me and they keep me young.
What would
One thing that I would, sorry?
Sorry, please do continue.
The one thing that I would say I really look forward to when it comes to my career or teaching, I would say, is just to get it there in the morning, seeing them happy. You know, children really appreciate, they really appreciate their teachers. It's like you become the mother while they're not at home with their parents. So yeah, it's the love they give and the love that you're able to share with them as well.
And when it comes to some of the misconceptions, Sthokozile, around the teaching profession, you know, many people think, oh, it must be the best working hours because you're in school from 7 until like maybe 1 or 2 o'clock if it's primary school, and then you get off the whole day, and then you also get off for school holidays as well. Tell us about the reality and some of these misconceptions that you've also heard about your profession.
It's not that easy. I know people think we get the holidays, we get less hours, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, getting to listen to these kids while they express themselves, they've got problems as well that they come with. So you don't just become the teacher. You have to move from being a teacher to a mother. It's not that simple as people put it. It's a lot of things. You change into a lot of different characters.
Yeah, and
it's yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So, Ntombi, for you, what would you say some of the biggest misconceptions have been? What you thought the profession was going to be before you got in, and what you heard, and then what you experienced?
From the get-go, I think from studying, they let us know it seems like teaching is that we go to the classroom, we teach, and that's it. From the moment you get into the classroom, you realize that's not it. It's a lot of admin, teaching, and dealing with a child on its own. It's a lot of work. That was like mind blowing for me.
Yeah. And you know, Ntombi, it sounds like rewarding work as well. As you're speaking about, Sthokozile also mentioned the different hats and the different roles that you have to play as well. It's not just about the teaching as well. When it comes to some of the challenges that we sometimes focus on in the teaching profession, what would you say some of your biggest challenges have been, Ntombi?
I think it would really boil down to two things. It would be the amount of kids in a classroom. Currently, I know there are more teachers out there that have more kids than me in my class, because I currently have 40 kids.
Sure.
But that is a lot to deal for one teacher with no assistance. It's way too much. The kids have different personalities, they have different academic levels, so it's way too much. And then another big problem, it may not be something I experience in the class, but it truly does affect it. It would be parent enrollment engagement in their kids' academics. Yes.
Yeah, and interesting points as well that you mentioned there. For you, Sthokozile, you come from a family where your father, as you mentioned, inspired you into this profession and was a school principal himself. So you must have had a bit of an understanding as well before even going to study. But from your lived experience, what have some of those challenges been?
My biggest challenge, or the current biggest challenge for me, would be the challenges that the kids have from home. Some of them, well, for instance, some of the kids comes to school with an empty stomach. Some do not have proper uniform, and some actually are abused at home. So when they come up with all these challenges, you now have to change your hat. Like I was saying before, you need to, and while you are changing your hat into a social worker or into a mother, you need to make sure that when you listen to what the problems that they're having, you are able to give them solutions as well. Because the other thing is, they don't just get to open up to anyone. So it's more of, you need to, when you are in this profession, you need to have the love. Because it's a lot that comes in. So it's not just like Ntombi was saying, it's not just teaching and learning in class. So it's quite a few things that come into, working with them.
Yeah. And as you're mentioning the love that you must have, Sthokozile, to be able to also cater to societal problems that the children also bring into the classroom as well. How would you encourage a young viewer or somebody thinking, I want to study teaching, but I'm discouraged by some of the challenges? How would you encourage them?
No, they shouldn't be discouraged as long as they've got the love for children. Because I think, for everything that you have the love for, you are able to work around. You obviously, there will be challenges, like there's challenges in every profession. But if you are focused and if you know exactly what you want, and if you've got this, if you are dedicated and obviously wanting to make a difference, because that also comes into place. What do you want to see in these children in the next couple of years? You want to have that thing. Oh, I contributed, or I contributed to that doctor or to that teacher, or it's mostly for you to have the love for your kids,
Yeah,
and wanting to make a difference, in their lives.
And as you're mentioning that, one can't help but think about the many of us who have that one or two or three teachers who played that really significant role in shaping who we are ultimately. And Ntombi was talking earlier about seeing that growth within time, within real time as well. And I want to ask you the same question, Ntombi, because there seems to be a shortage of teachers globally. The Global Report on Teachers warns that an additional 44 million teachers are needed worldwide. How would you encourage someone to say, come into this profession?
Honestly, go with it. Do not let anyone discourage you. Teaching is something that comes with a true passion. Don't let it go. It's very beautiful to see kids grow up in front of you, learn from you. I think a few months back, I had a child. I was at the mall calling me, teacher, teacher. And I'm like, hi, boo, who's that? Some tall boy that I don't understand. He's in high school and he's like, teacher, you taught me in grade 2. And that was what? Years ago, 7 years ago. And it's truly awarding. Don't give it up. It's beautiful.
Well, that is a really beautiful note to end our discussion on. I really appreciate your time, ladies. And also, again, happy World Teachers Day in advance for Sunday. Really appreciate your contributions to society. That, of course, is Sthokozile Zungu, who is a teacher from Hillcrest in KwaZulu-Natal, and Ntombi Mashiloane, who's from Pretoria.